the special council meeting for the town of Grand Bay-Westfield on Tuesday, November 16, 2021 to order at 6:07 p.m. We respectfully acknowledge that Grand Bay-Westfield exists on the traditional Woolstoke land. The lands of Wabanaki people are recognized in a series of peace and friendship treaties to establish an ongoing relationship of peace, friendship, and mutual respect between equal nations. The river that runs by our town is known as Woolstoke, along which live Woolstoke Way, the people of the beautiful and bountiful river. We, the staff and elected representatives, pay respect to the elders, past and present, and descendants of this land. Good evening, everyone. When we did our open budget deliberations a couple of weeks ago now, I stated that this is a transition budget, that we are at the start of 4 years of new beginnings while still trying to solve old challenges, that we have serious financial issues before us that we are attempting to manage while still shaping a vision of growth and vibrancy for our town. I spoke of some of the obstacles we are facing while attempting to position our town for success. To recap what we are trying to manage with limited resources, we received a 56% cut in our community funding and equalization grant from the province, a $335,000 loss to our revenue. We are not able to recoup this funding. Our uncontrolled costs have increased, further stretching resources. To illustrate, our general insurance premiums have increased by 28%, cyber insurance by 38%. Some good news in the short term is that while our RCMP contract cost has increased, it was not by as much as we had feared. That being said, we are still waiting for the impact that the back pay owed, which stretches back to 2017, may have on us. This impact might be significant. To mitigate this risk, at one of our recent council meetings, we passed a resolution in support of the work the Federation of Canadian Municipalities is doing to lobby the federal government to pay any costs associated with the RCMP contract increases. In short, we have lost a significant amount of our revenue, and there's a significant change in costs for things that are out of our control. To illustrate how tightly we have managed this budget while still planning for growth, there is only a 2.9% change in spending outside of the uncontrolled costs from the previous year. Despite all our challenges, we are holding the tax rate steady at 137. We are aware and sensitive to the fact that assessments have gone up, hitting the pocketbook of our residents. This tax rate hold was not easy. This budget reflects hard work and harder choices. Our storage budget will see an increase in user fees to $3.25. This is effectively $3.33 per month extra. This is necessary to maintain our system and to plan for the future. We have not seen an increase since 2007, and we cannot kick this down any further for future generations to deal with, and we must deal with it now. This budget is the beginning. It's about improving our town and making our community an attractive destination, somewhere to make your forever home, somewhere people want to come and spend time. It is about developing our community and setting the table for thoughtful and intentional growth. It is about our future together. Thank you. Item 2, record of attendance. Let the record reflect that all councillors are in attendance with the exception of Councillor Vailmans. Item 3, budget. Sorry, did I miss something? No? Okay. Item 3, budget approval. 3A, the motion on the table is that the council of the town of Grand Bay-Westfield move that the sum of $6,606,755 be the total operating budget of the local government of Grand Bay-Westfield, and that the sum of $5,966,534 be the warrant of the local government for the ensuing year, and that the tax rate for the local government be $1.37, and further, that the council orders and directs the levying by the Minister of Environment and Local Government of said amount on real property liable to taxation under the Assessment Act within the local government of Grand Bay-Westfield. May I have a motion? Thank you, Deputy Mayor Toole. We have a second.
I so move.
Thank you, Councillor Balcom. We have any comments on the motion? There being none, all in favor?
Aye.
Contrary minded? Your motion is carried. Thank you, council. Item 3B, that council adopts the 2022 sewerage fund revenue operating budget as per Excel document reflecting total revenues of $589,012 and total expenditures of $589,012, with the sewerage user rate fee to be $325 per unit effective January 1, 2022. May I have a motion? Thank you, Councillor McIntosh Lawrence.
Seconded.
Thank you, Councillor Day. Do you have any questions or comments on the motion? Yes.
Your worship, just to let council know, we've had people call. We have not received any negative pushback regarding either the general operating budget or the increase in sewage. Having said that, the inquiries have just been about paying it before they leave. There hasn't actually been somebody here to put their hand in their pocket. So even though we've put the message out there, we've not received any negative feedback on it. However, people haven't had to experience the new budget or the new sewage rate, as it were. So, okay.
Thank you. Thank you, John. And I want to also illustrate too that with the new storage budget, staff is putting a system in place where people will be able to split that into monthly payments to make that easier in everyone's pocketbook. Any other questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Contrary minded? Motion is carried. Thank you, council. This was our first budget together, and it wasn't an easy one. I'm sure none of them ever are, but this one in particular, with all of the bumps in the road that we've had to go through. And I want to thank council for all of the meetings that they faithfully attended and all the work that's been done behind the scenes. And I would like to extend that same thank you to staff and the leadership team. This was a real team effort, and everybody worked in a Herculean fashion, and I want to thank you all. So, and if anybody has any questions, just please just direct them to staff or to me, and we'd be happy to answer them. Item 4, adjournment. That the council of the town of Grand Bay-Westfield adjourn the meeting at 6:14 p.m. Motion?
So moved.
Oh, thank you, Councillor Day. Second. Thank you, Councillor Malcolm. All in favor?
Aye.
Contrary minded? Motion is carried. Thank you, everyone.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.